Hi, morning everyone, hope you're doing well. So you join me on a cold Friday morning where I'm going for my Diabetic Retinopathy exam. So for those of you who aren't aware, this is a condition caused by diabetes which damages, I think it's the blood vessels in the back of the eye. So this is actually the second time I had it. I had this exam, it's supposed to be an annual thing. My first one was in January this year, so it's approximately a year since I last had my exam. Oh, excuse me. So this isn't to be confused with an eye test. This is specifically about checking the actual health at the back of the eye. And what they do is they put some drops into your eye to dilate your pupil so that they can have a proper decent look at the back of the eye. And yeah, they'll give you a proper exam. So what I'll do, although I'm not going to record in the hospital, I'll give you updates as to how I'm getting on and the what to expect afterwards. So I'll catch you in a bit. So I've just had the drops put in my eyes, and yeah, you notice very quickly that your eyesight starts to go blurry as your pupils dilate. And what they recommend is that you leave this a good at least 2 to 4 hours after you've had this before you can drive again. Now the letter I've received is saying this take up to 6, but last time it was just over 2. And yeah, it's strange if you haven't had this done before. So they put a couple of drops in each eye and you get a very brief mild stinging sensation, and then your vision slowly starts to change as your pupils open. It's really weird. I'll try and take a photo in a minute, but yeah, they said 10-15 minutes and then they'll take me in to have some proper photos taken of the back of my eye. Oh, this is so strange. But yeah, this could be scary the first time you've had it done, especially if you don't like people messing around your eyes, so I recommend you come with someone. On the subject of that, if you do need to drive to the local place where you have it done, unless you're prepared to wait a couple of hours like I am, I recommend that either someone takes you or you get a taxi or a bus or something, but you're going to certainly be sensitive to light for the next couple of hours afterwards. So yeah, that's what I'm experiencing right now. It's not particularly bright in here, but my eyesight is getting a bit strange, and it's certainly very sensitive now, and it doesn't help that it's a bright, brilliant day outside, so that could be even more interesting. So yeah, I'm going to take a couple of photos now, and for the people who don't like eyes, perhaps skip the next few seconds or so. Oh, that was nice and quick. So they gave me about 10 minutes. Sorry for my eyes. Shutting, I'm walking directly into the sun and it's like a flashbang at the moment. Yeah, so after they put the drops in, it was about 10 minutes while I waited for the drops to take effect. I have taken a couple of photos, so I will put them in, but no idea if they turned out okay because I can't really see. You then go in and they switch all the lights off, give your eyes a couple of minutes to adjust, and then they start taking photos. About 2 photos of each eye, so they're looking at the back of the eye to see if there's any signs of damage caused by diabetes. And basically from the initial photo they have taken, there doesn't appear to be any damage in either eye, which is good, but I'll get a letter, a follow-up in a couple of weeks time just to confirm anything that they've found or not found. And on the assumption that there is no damage, it'll be 2 years before my next appointment, which is good. Right, I am back in the comfort of my car, and I'm glad I am, because I cannot see a thing. The doctor advised it, the drops will continue to work for perhaps another 10 to 20 minutes after, and my eyesight is really sensitive to light now. So I'm sat in my car, the steering wheel is here, literally in front of me, and even the big Toyota logo in the middle of the steering wheel is blurry. I cannot see anything. So, as I said, if you are driving yourself, you are going to have to give it a good couple of hours for your eyesight to start to return to normal. I wish I'd brought sunglasses because, as I said, it's really bright outside, and I've got some light sort of coming in from my right, and it is really, really bright. So let's talk about everything else. So how have I been doing this week? So I've been back on the shakes, not as religiously as I should have been, but I'm calling it a soft launch. So I've been having shakes when I've been in the office. So I've been in the office a few times this week, which is good, and I've tried to be as sensible as I can when I've been at home, and I feel quite comfortable with what I've done so far. Going forward, so from next week onwards, I'm going to start ramping up to have more of the shakes. I'm acutely aware that it's Christmas. I've got a like a Christmas event coming up in a couple of weeks' time, so I'm not going to not go, but I'm just going to be sensible. I'm going to make sure I'm on the diet drinks rather than the alcohol, and I'm going to be walking as much as I can, and as much as weather allows as well. I've got the exercise bike at home set up, so I've used that once already, so that's good. I know where it is, I know it works, so that's all good for me. And I have they've called me in for a repeat of my blood test for my HbA1c, so clearly that's not a great thing. They've found something, or it's gone up again, and they're concerned. So I don't know what's going to happen, whether they're going to put me back on metformin or whether they're going to let me see out the next couple of months of my path to remission program. I really hope that I can sort of squeak in without it, but if I need to be back on metformin, so be it. And I'm not going to consider it a failure if I do have to go back on metformin, because obviously this is about my health, it's a medication. It's just going to be a learning experience, and I know that I can lose the weight, and I will lose the weight, and I'm determined. I'm in the process of booking a vacation for next year, for next summer, so I want to get my health back in order. So I'm looking at perhaps June, July time next year, so I can feel a lot more comfortable on the flight. And yeah, I also want to thank everybody who has written kind words, either directly to me or in the comments of the videos that I've been uploading. It really does mean a lot, and what would mean a lot to me, if you're still watching the video by this point, is if you could like and subscribe. That way it will allow the channel to grow, it'll give more visibility, and once I've got more visibility, it will allow me to basically incentivize me to start doing more and more and more. And it's really been a boost to me to see people actually viewing these videos. They are slowly getting more popular. The first videos I did perhaps only had, like, I'd be lucky if they got 5 views, but now we're slowly growing, and I realise this is a slow burn for me anyway, this channel, and this was more apart from educating you, it's also keeping myself to account and sort of documenting my diabetes journey. And yeah, I appreciate everything you're doing. So I'm going to wrap it up there because I can barely see anything now. It's getting really bad. I might close my eyes for half an hour, and hopefully I'll wake up and my vision will be magically restored. And I will speak to you all later on. Have a good one. Take care. See you on the next video. Bye.